it is Lindsay and welcome back to my channel. I've got a summer cold, so I'm self-medicating right now. But I hope y'all are doing well and you're enjoying the start to your summers. I've actually had a pretty chill summer so far for the most part. I don't actually have too much work stuff to talk about. This video is mainly gonna be a little bit of work stuff and a lot of bit of favorites because I discovered a lot of things that I really loved in June. I have a feeling my voice might start waning a little bit. I'm gonna get started and we're gonna go through this hopefully a little bit quickly. First of all, work stuff. Let's talk about my spooky middle grade, upper middle grade horror, Bitter Bones. I haven't really spoken much about what this book is about. I'm gonna wait until someone hopefully purchases it. But basically it's my exploration of disability through horror about a boy with too many bones and what people might be doing with those extra bones that he grows. I didn't even realize how much work I got done in this project until I'm looking over this, but in May I went from having draft 1 done to at the end of this month having not only all of draft 2 but 4 out of the 6 chapters into draft 3 done. Mind you, this isn't the whole book, this is just the pitch package, so like the first 3 chapters that I need to send, that's part of that package. If you're just now joining me, hello. The pitch package that I am working on right now to send out to Scholastic to see if they want to buy this as my option consists of a query, a synopsis, and the first 3 chapters or 50 pages of the book. That's what I'm referring to here. One of the things I decided to do with this project between drafts was that I decided to go ahead and split the chapters up even more and make them smaller. It's still those original first 3 chapters. I've just pretty much split them all in half and now I have 6 chapters that make up the first act and what I'm gonna be sending off to my agent first, and then when we do revisions, then eventually to publishers. I'm just a little nervous, I guess, because I'm writing in that like no zone age range where my main character is 13 and I'm trying to write a realistic 13-year-old, so he's kind of a teenager but still kind of a child, and publishing a lot of times doesn't know what to do with those books. They just like lump them all in middle grade. So that's why I'm considering this book a middle grade and not a YA, even though the main character is a teenager. And writing a realistic 13-year-old is aging the novel a bit. However, I think by splitting up the chapters and making them smaller, it's gonna make the book more accessible to younger readers. My idea was kind of like what R.L. Stine does with Goosebumps, like they're very short, choppy chapters that always kind of end on like a little bit of a cliffhanger. Also, in my next draft, when I read over everything and I kind of like get the feel for the vibes of the book, I can always make revisions to the voice to make it feel a little younger if I like to. So it's not something I'm stressing about, but yeah, going from 3 to 6 chapters I think will definitely make some positive changes. Where I'm at right now, I'm really happy with characters and the character dynamics. I love the plot, like all of that stuff is really good in this draft, but what I feel like still needs some work is the prose and the voice. I've noticed in the book when I reread what I wrote, I keep waffling. Like sometimes it feels like the narrator is invisible and other times my main character is like, you may think this, but actually, and it's like, you know, he's talking to you, the narrator, versus the narrator being invisible. So I'm like, I gotta choose one or the other. Can't have both. That will need to be fixed in the next draft. And then I like to do a last run through and like try to elevate my prose a little bit. It's also a little bit more intensive with this book because my main character is also a writer. The way he would speak and see the world would be a bit more poetic maybe than someone else. I gotta do double the work to make the prose good, I feel like. But it's going well, and hopefully by the time my July updates comes out, it'll be gone and it'll be sent to my agent and people will be reading it. Next, I want to mention that I started to do summer sprints on my channel. So many of you guys have been showing up and it's been so fun. These are just little productivity sprints that I'm hosting on my channel at 7 p.m. EST every Wednesday night. If you're not writing right now, don't worry about it. I have people doing reading sprints, cleaning sprints. I had somebody doing breastfeeding sprints the other night. Just do whatever you need to be done while the timer's on and come hang out with us and chat. And that's really it for the work stuff. I mean, I did make a little bit of progress on Project Pyro, which is my YA thriller social horror, but she's kind of like not highest on the priority list right now, so I'm just working on her an hour a week. I'm on chapter 7, and that's that on that, I guess. I'm actually in a really fun chapter with that book right now. I definitely have like the grumpy sunshine trope in that book with her sidekick character. She's the grump, he's the sunshine, and they've been forced together to do this school project. She just like really hates him because he's just so happy and so positive, and she's like utterly repulsed by him. So I have been having lots of fun with that. Right now, let's talk about some of my favorite books that I read in the month of June. I think my favorite new read of this month is this book called Ascension. Me and some of my Authortuber buddies have like an unofficial mini book club or like buddy read that we always do. We try to pick fantasy or horror, or I guess now science fiction novels to buddy read together and then discuss. Ascension is an adult sci-fi novel that's horror leaning about this mountain that out of nowhere arises in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, and a team of researchers and experts are sent there to climb the mountain and do science-y things to figure out like what this is, how it came to be there. But of course, when they get there, weird stuff starts happening. There seems to be some creatures there. Time seems to be moving in weird ways, and people's personalities and behaviors are shifting. I really enjoyed this. I thought this was such a fun, wild ride. I'm not gonna lie, in the beginning I thought about putting it down. I think that the start of the book is a bit slow, and I know a lot of people have been turned off by the beginning, but once you get on the mountain and things start happening and the mystery starts to unravel and like creepy things start like popping up, I just was utterly addicted. I finished this book in one day, and I think it's gonna stick with me for a long time. This is a tough one to recommend though, because like I really liked it, but I don't know if a lot of other people would like it because of the writing style and the slower beginning, but yeah, it's on my favorites for a reason. Okay, next, I started rereading The Bones of Ruin because I wanted to start A Song of Wrath. This is one of, if not my favorite ongoing YA series right now. It follows a girl in the Victorian era. She is an African tightrope walker who works in a circus, but she can't die. And she doesn't know why she can't die. And then someone comes up to her and is like, hey, I'm in a secret society and I want you to be my champion in this battle to the death of freaks, basically. It just has so many buzzwords for me. Victorian England, secret societies, competition, games, fight to the death. It also has really good squad goals. Like there is just such like a great team, and there's a bit of like, not a love triangle, but like a crush triangle, and the two guys are just like so fun to watch them interact with each other. I have so much fun reading this series, and it's more than all of the buzzwords that I'm talking about. It's so complex for one reason. They are bigger books. I feel like a lot of times with YA fantasy there's like a word count limit, and so these books that have great potential sometimes I feel like aren't allowed by publishing to explore the things they need to explore and build the worlds they need to build because of word count constraint. But this author and her team let her do everything that she needed to do to build this utterly complex YA fantasy world that is so rich and so fun and so truly different than anything else that I read recently. I just think it's really smart and it's really fun. I want this series to get way more hype and love than it already has. Now I want to talk about some media that I've really been enjoying. So first of all, What We Do in the Shadows. I'm kind of late to the party, but it's been on my watch list forever, and I just recently got to the place where I needed a new like 20 to 30 minute show just to put on while me and my husband have dinner. We like to eat and watch something short while we're eating. So funny, so funny. And the thing is, it's got like the same trope that I see a lot in my favorite media like Parks and Rec, The Office, Abbott Elementary, where it's a documentary crew going in to like follow the lives of these people in this situation, right? So this crew is following this family of vampires and their human familiars. I think it really would work for people who like The Office. Like me, The Office is literally like part of my DNA because it's got that sense of humor that's like shocking. Like I like shock humor. Like something happens that is just so out of left field, you're like Like that kind of laugh, that is exactly what I love in my TV shows. And I feel like that's kind of hard to get because a lot of times the humor is like really contrived, but I'm really enjoying this show. My husband's really enjoying the show. And yeah, it's just a good time. So witching vibes, I watched a documentary that I really enjoyed. It's called Shiny Happy People. This one is a little bit more serious like most of the documentaries I watch, but this is a critique. Well, it follows the Duggars, but it also goes a little bit deeper than that. It critiques like fundamentalism in general, the IBL, which is a whole organization that makes products for like homeschooled kids and teaches you like how to raise your children, how to be a good husband, how to be a good wife, all of that kind of stuff. I find these types of documentaries so fascinating. And maybe it's because I grew up in a fundamentalist situation, or because I'm just like nosy and I like to hear the tea on people. But I highly recommend, if this is something that is like, you know, you enjoy, it's very, very well done. Next, okay, switching gears. We're gonna talk about some slimes. You guys know last year I got like really obsessed with slime, okay? But Momo Slimes, who is my favorite creator of slimes, she came up with this new, I don't know, like it's a type of slime. It's called water slime. It's literally like water, and I'm gonna get it all over me and all over the bed. First of all, look at this. Doesn't this look like I'm holding a container of water? That is so weird, right? Like it can spill. It's like if I put my finger in it and I move it, it moves like it's in water, but it's not. It's magic. Anyways, this has just been very therapeutic when things have been rough this month to just play with and stab at. I highly recommend Momo Slime if you are in the market for some slime, because they are not all created equal. Let's move on and let's talk about some health stuff. I had 11 pain-free days in June, which is great. Now, it wasn't as good as last month's, and I think that was because we've just had so many thunderstorms. The constant change in air pressure is just always a problem for me. That is definitely one of my migraine triggers. That's been kind of crappy. However, I have had no nerve pain flares, and I'm so happy about that. I have been working super hard to eat healthy, strengthen my back and my neck and my shoulder muscles, and I feel like that is super helping with the nerve stuff. For those of you that do not know, I have a lot of nerve and bone complaints on my upper spine into my neck. I actually, it's really cool. Not really. I actually have extra ribs. I have extra ribs that grow up and down my spine, and they like to grow into places they shouldn't, like nerves and blood vessels and things like that, which is why I have so much nerve pain and migraines. But things like thunderstorms can make the blood vessels and nerves like kind of swell and hit those bones more, or harder, I guess. Yeah, that's just, you know, my fun little body. But I started a new workout program, which I'm really having fun with. I actually started it with my critique partner, Lainey. We do like, I feel like we do a workout program together every summer, and it's always so fun. This is like a strength building program. It's 3 days of weightlifting and 2 days of cardio, and I am just utterly sore constantly. But it's good. It's really good, because that means that muscles are growing. And in fact, I have proof of this. I have one of those body weight analyzer scales, and I want to focus. I'm not going to talk about like weight loss or any of that stuff, so don't worry about that. But I want to talk about muscles, okay? On June 1st, the percent of my weight that was from muscles was 28.7%. On June 1st, the percentage of body weight from my muscles was 34.6%. That is so amazing. Like, I am thrilled by that. 6% of my body became muscle. That is so cool. I'm just really proud of myself, and I can't wait to keep going and get more and more strong and continue to like heal my upper body, you know, as much as I can do. Why not do it? Next, I'd like to talk about a cozy game that I have been playing, and it is called Willowdale Farming Adventure. This is a cute little farming sim, basically, and I'm having such a ball with it. It's a very simplistic game, so I wouldn't go into it expecting something elaborate, because it isn't. You are farming, you are raising animals, and you are doing little chores for the villagers, and every now and then you're fighting off monsters to keep everyone safe. It's very simple, but it's very fun and super relaxing. Right now I'm really poor still, so I just have one chicken named Doodle, and it has one baby named Nugget, and we just live on our big farm where I grow pumpkins. I also have a girlfriend. Her name is Bertha. She has no idea she's my girlfriend, but like canon now, she is my girlfriend, and she's the town blacksmith, and and just like, we're so happy. Okay, next, for like the two of you who care, I thought I would do a little garden update because it is flourishing. Like, she is happy, she is live, laugh, loving, she is growing. We got our first harvest of tomatoes, which was super exciting. I still have quite a bit of repotting to do. I need to get some bigger pots, but everything's happening. Also, look at these potato plants. Like, what is even happening? They're massive. They're massive. I thought we were doing something wrong. And then I looked up the breed of potato, or the species of potato, and they just grow like this. They grow super tall. Like, that's up to my clavicle. Okay, and last thing is gonna be my monthly squish haul because I'm 7 and I can't be tamed. First, I got this little baby Miri. She's like just a happy little moth. And she's actually the miniature of my big Miri back there, who is just Beauty and Grace and Miss United States. And now I have like a tiny one that I can keep on my desk. She makes me so happy. Like, she just smiling, happy little girl. Yellow is my whole personality right now. It's my favorite color, and it's happy, it's sunshine, it's chamomile tea, it's everything. So Miri. We have Reggie, who's this little ram, and he's like superiorly squishy made. Like, some squishes are better squished than others. He's like slime. He's like slime in fabric. He's a world-class figure skater, by the way, according to his tag. So he's a man of many talents. And then the last one I got was this adorable ginseng. Look at him. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. I don't know if it's ginseng or ginseng. I'm not gonna lie, I picked him up because I thought he was a ginger, but then I was totally happy to find out he's ginseng because I love that too. He's just adorable. He's just so happy to be living his little life with his little sprout on top. And like, I too want to be incredibly happy as a shriveled, lumpy tuber. So how was June for everyone else out there? Tell me how your writing went. Tell me your favorite books you read. Tell me any fun new favorites you discovered throughout the month. Everyone stay cool, drink water, live your best villainous life. Don't forget that the odds is available for pre-order, and I also have links for the glass switch down below if you're so interested. It'd be super dope if you liked and subscribed. But either way, that's all I've got for you guys today. I'm gonna go make another cup of tea, help my throat out, and just relax. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.